clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Buffaloes will boot it away to start the game. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the option. He'll pitch it. Got the first down and still on his feet. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Makes the catch. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it, they're on the move.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Defensively, what a gift. You're trying to force 4th down. You're trying to give up a field goal attempt. You know, not thinking about forcing a turnover. Great job getting the quarterback outside the pocket. He scrambles. You make a big play. Not only are you not giving up a field goal, you get the ball right back to your offense.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And you thought for a second that is exactly what this offense wanted, right? Get the ball out of your own end zone. The running back gets it, gets some yards, but he coughs the football up on a horrible spot on the field. And now this defense is set up with great field position.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, that linebacker timed that so well. I'm surprised the running back actually held onto the football after that big hit. They are so lucky. Wow.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Lewis to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Colorado! First score of the game goes up. ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And this offense just can't get out of their own way. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Jesse, you have to take better care of the football. They're turning this thing over like they're a nonprofit.
Yeah, this thing goes back to football 101 now. 5 points of pressure. Everybody who touches the football. Forget about X's and O's in schemes and personnel groupings. You just have to do the fundamental things correctly, and it is killing them in this game.
And the Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
All right, nice job, defense.
Be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick. Nice job.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's 2 options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass not close as he got thrilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. All out of space. He's at the 20. Inside the 10. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Dances away to buy time. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target. Throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Man, this defense is dialed and already forced one interception, had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, and making some plays.
Lewis to throw. Release to the back. He's got it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, it is such a weapon to have running backs that can not only run the football, but can catch it as well. And nice job there, David, finding the matchup one-on-one with a linebacker, a little angle route to get the first down.
Yeah, and those angle routes are hard to defend because the running back looks like he's going out first. So when I'm a linebacker, I'm like, oh, crap, I got to catch him. And then he breaks in really quickly and a nice throw to throw it in front of him and get the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Buffaloes have this offense rolling.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buffs! He'll bring it out. It's Morton. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical.
Right down the middle. That obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Right on the money. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal instead.
And it's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You've got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more. Touch it more.
Looking for a huge play. Brings it in down the left side. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Lets it fly. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Lewis wants to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 20. The defense has him setting up shop from there.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The quick out. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Flips it out on the screen. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Heaves it deep. Finds space on the right. Smashes through the tackle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Here's a heat. Grab behind the line. It's Welch. Touchdown, Wildcats. A great catch and run for 6.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. He's got the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Snap in the shotgun. Pressure coming. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11.
He's going for the big play. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end.
Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on third. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. There he goes. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On second down, they'll try. He'll bring it out. It's Morton. And the tackle was made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And it's caught inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage. And if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take him away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Unleashes one. And they can't make the connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw. Nice.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They punt it away on 4th down. Catches it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line.
Looking for a deep man. Intercepted deep in his own end. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Trying play action. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a miss.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
To the ground, he's got it again. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able.
Touchdown, Kansas State! All that baby in and then stroll it into the end zone for the score.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
He makes it into the end zone for the 2, but there is a penalty flag where they often call holding. Here comes the 2-point try. To the air, it's Hawkins. Oh, they're after him. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's reeled in. It's Miller. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. And here's the third interception of the night.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. Gives it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He makes a grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He uncorks one deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Gets the back moving. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Finds his man. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. And it'll be down right there. Final play of the quarter coming. The give to the back. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Fires to the middle. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Max going for the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Quick strike complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw it to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. Quick completion on the out route. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions.
Throws toward the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff to the single back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now, it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Makes the grab. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take...
Turning it on! Pass the sticks in, still on his feet. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.